hospital, can get a good school. So that is the redistributive role. It kind of bridges the gap between the rich and the poor to ensure that there is equality among all the people in society. The other role is repricing, where we see that tax is a tool that is used to ensure that, for instance, there are those goods or services that are deemed socially undesirable. So higher taxes will be charged on them, things like cigarettes, alcohol, to ensure that the young people or even much older people are not consuming too much of these items, but government is also able to raise revenue. Then the other role is that of representation. That as a youth, when you pay your taxes, you then have the right to hold government accountable in terms of how the revenue is being used, to see that you're able to benefit from it. But also looking at it from the angle that as a youth, you have the chance or you have the right to influence the policies in place, to see that they are working towards helping you attain your needs. So I think the challenge comes in at the point where we do not see these 4 Rs working effectively to respond to the needs of the youth. And that is why it is important for them to take part in some of those processes.
So now the question comes, how are they going to take part in these processes? First, I picked 2 points from what you said about equal distribution of resources. Do you think the resources are equally distributed, between the poor and the rich? And then the other thing is, how do we hold government accountable for these unequal distributions, I would say?
At the moment, I can't say that the resources are being distributed equally, because we see that the youth, who comprise a very big part of the population, like Sandra said, about 75% of the youth, are the same people who do not have employment opportunities.
Exactly.
They do not have access to good education. Yes. They don't have access to good health care. The roads are really lacking. They're in business, but their businesses are not really doing well. So for us, it has come to a point where we see that there is need beyond having the older generations taking part in these processes, but where are the youth? Because we do not see them in these processes. There are quite a number of spaces right from the local government level, where at the sub-county level, government provides spaces for different groups of people to engage and provide alternatives that they want to see in their budgets. That also goes up to the district, local government level, even at the national level. There are spaces at Ministry of Finance where the youth can actually share alternative proposals that they feel would work for them when it comes to taxation.
How do they reach there?
But also, when it comes to budget, in terms of influencing how they want to see the budget responding to their needs. In Parliament, after the tax bills, because annually government amends the tax laws, and Parliament will always put out a call asking citizens or members of the public to actually submit their comments on the tax bills and put forward proposals that they want to see. So those are some of the spaces that the youth can actually take.
So how can they take these spaces?
When it comes to Ministry of Finance, annually, between the month of September to about January, Ministry of Finance is actually accepting proposals from different groups of people. Wow. So it's about you expressing interest that you'd like to...
the young people didn't know this. So.
Yeah, it's about you expressing interest that you'd like to share some proposals on how the tax laws can be amended. And then those are expected to feed into the tax bills for the next financial year.
Okay.
So after the bills have been presented to Parliament by the Minister of Finance, that's usually around the month of March or April, then Parliament also puts out a call, usually, for citizens, the different groups of people, to share their positions on the bills. So it's at that point, as a youth, you have a right to walk into Parliament, meet with the Committee on Finance, and share your position.
Wow.
Yeah.
We didn't actually know that.